Hello, thanks for joining this evening. Just a few quick things. First of all, I'm going to see you all tomorrow anyway, so no point in talking a lot. I'm going to throw in the event in the feed. That's in Bowling Green. That's at 3 Eastern, 2 Central. You may as well show up because I'm going to ask you about it and you're going to be caught off guard and you're going to make something up and it's going to be unconvincing and I'm clearly not going to buy it and then it's just going to be awkward. So just easiest for everyone if you come show up and help me wave Joe signs. Oh, look at that. It's close to the green screen color. By the way, you ever see this little trick? I'll go, there's a hole in my pocket. Anyway, so good to know. So you'll have to tolerate that. But anyway, so we'll be sign waving. I've got signs. If you have some, feel free, but I've got signs. We also have some material for Joe. Whoops, wrong camera. So you can see we've got some push cards for Joe. We've got some smaller contact cards for Joe, so we can hand those out. We've even got some door hangers for Joe. So I'm going to have all of that with me tomorrow. I'm also going to have my own stuff. I've got my own little contact cards, if you've not seen these. Little things I stand for. I like this card. This just goes over Larry Sharp's quick plan. You know, that's a one for in-qualified immunity, individual insurance for law enforcement, in civil asset forfeiture, and deschedule cannabis. And then I have a door hanger of my own. Now this is the R targeted one, so we have a picture of the R candidate and the, oh dear, that's blue. If I didn't know what a kind-hearted person my graphic designer was, I might think she did that on purpose. And of course, I'll always have a few copies of the law with me. So that's what we're going to do. Yes, that's right, Marcia. Come to Bowling Green. We're waving signs. Ooh. Oh, speaking of Marcia, Marcia made sure I had some of the new signs. So we have some of the new yard signs. I still have some of the old yard signs. And I also have Perry for Kentucky yard signs. So, yay. So, come to Bowling Green, help wave signs, help get people's attention. We've been getting a lot of thumbs up from passerbys. The local newspaper's been notified. Maybe they'll show, maybe they won't, but you better be there so we look like we have substance. So do show up for that. Mostly with my campaign, I've been busy answering surveys and shuffling around supplies and stuff like that. Today, I got from the Women's League of Voters a survey. It's one of the surveys I was just talking about needing to fill out. And I got it today, and it's due on September 24th. So, you know, today's the 18th, so that's like 6 days. It's like, okay, guys, thanks for the warning. So I looked at the postmark, and it was mailed on the 8th, so that took 10 days to get here. And it reminded me, maybe a month ago, I contacted Robert Kraus. He's the operations director at LP National, because someone wanted one of the porcupine pens for an event, and there was kind of a deadline for getting it. So I wanted to make sure it shipped right away. So he mailed it that day, but I couldn't get him to UPS it. He would only mail it. I was going to pay for it, but he's like, nah, I can just mail it. I'm like, he assured me it would be there. He was way wrong. He thought it would arrive in like 3 or 4 days. Nah, it took 2 weeks. Actually, it took 2.5 weeks, but that had to do with something else. It took 2 weeks to get to the local post office. So, I talked to someone in accounts payable, not LP's accounts payable, another accounts payable person I know. And they were talking about how horrible the mail service had gotten as of late. As of late being months. I think they told me a story that was 3 or 4 months old. But they have actually taken to mailing in rent because where she works rents several properties. And the rent is due on the 4th. And they had traditionally just mailed it in on the 1st because the people were just down the road. Well, these people started getting it late. Some people were claiming to get it as much as a month late. Like they were claiming, we mailed it in August, they were getting the check in September kind of thing. So they've actually taken to using certified mail. So I believe it's October 13th we can start mail-in ballots. So I'm planning on voting in person. I think most of you are planning on voting in person. If you are planning on voting by mail, do it and get it done, because mail service is slow these days. And I think that has to do with facilities that have been shut down over the past several years. This isn't like it got bad for the election, but it's quietly gotten bad on us, and now we're trying to do mail-in ballots. So do keep that in mind. That's all I got. Anybody have any questions or anything? I'm trying to make this a quick one. All right. Well, as Marcia's saying, I will see you in Bowling Green. See you tomorrow. Have a good evening.